pick up my delicious calzone for dinner and going, I wonder what some of the things that we can write about. I also saved a couple of documents for us to discuss, but since I can't actually get out of this game, because if I fuck up the aspect ratio, it's going to stop recording.
And everyone's gonna see what you're looking up. They're gonna know what's coming up. It's like
No,
a
it
sneak
doesn't
preview.
record. It's not recording my entire screen. It's just recording everything within this window. So if I change the aspect ratio, it needs to stop recording that video at that aspect ratio and start up another one. So it'll be all fucked up. So I can't
Everyone
actually.
is bored.
I can't.
Everyone is
I
bored.
exactly. I can't jump out of the fucking video. Is what I'm saying. So if you want me to look something up, I can't. It's
Okay.
impossible
Well,
because
I
it'll
have.
fuck it up. So
It turns
all
out
right.
that we're
Wait.
close.
Are
to...
you talking now?
Okay,
Are you talking now?
Go.
Okay.
Go. It turns out that we're close to halfway, anyways, and we're doing a pretty good job. I haven't gotten any into my stuff. You haven't gotten into any of your stuff, and you're probably not going to. So
Fuck
it seems
you.
like we're doing pretty good. You just
Fuck
have
you.
to figure out a different system for next time. Okay, I'm gonna go. I think
All right,
I'm
your
gonna
turn.
finish. I think I'm gonna finish in this one.
I may be about 2/3 of the way done. So bad. Okay. So do you want me to just go and do one of mine? Because I have what, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different things. Oh, I'll start off with this. Damn it! This actually came up with an idea based off of all the other shit that I was writing on down. Huh. Because I was just kind of going down the list, and then my brain was wandering, and then I started going off of things I was already thinking up. Like, that was kind of fucking weird. Let's do some more. Anyways, I'm just gonna do it. Fuck it.
Go.
Are
Are you gonna drink your beer first?
I'm gonna phrase the question to you, and then I'm gonna
Finish?
drink my beer
Oh, okay. Okay, go.
because I still have quite a bit. So, who would be the worst at first contact with aliens? Would it be Steve, Ryan, Mike, Cannon, Chris, Rhett, or Zach? And give explanations to how you think that would kind of progress. And this is
Holy shit. That's
what?
a lot of people.
Well,
Okay.
then do 3. I don't care. You don't have to do that exact amount. I kind of was just writing shit on down just to see. I put our names too, but I don't think that'll work. If you want to do, you
okay.
could do us.
Chris,
But I don't care.
Ryan,
Steve,
Zach,
well, it's essentially everyone in our main buddy group. All right, I'm drinking now.
Steve, Cannon. Okay. Well, based on that selection, I would have to say, damn it. I would probably say Cannon. He's a very man. I think he would like talk about financial shit, and then he would just want to drink. And then he would just want to drink with it. Like, how many layers do you have to like, start a relationship with an alien being? He's like, I don't think his first question would be like, where do you come from and how can we get along, or what kind of resources can we negotiate? His first one would be like, Prost.
Prost, yo. Are you done with your beer?
Yes.
Okay, just double checking. All right, starting from that next counter.
He'd be like, you came all this way. You must be thirsty, bro.
He's like, do you play golf? Would you want to go? And, maybe, what about Pachanga? You want to cruise on over to Pachanga a little bit? How do you feel about poker?
Yeah.
Do you have any interest in investing? How do you feel about precious metals? Let's go and take some of those precious metals. Let's turn it on into some cash for you, and let's get your investment rock solid.
I think everyone else would like ask about their lifestyle, or like how they got here, or how long it took them, or like what they were here for. And I don't think that I honestly don't think that's anywhere near the first 8 questions that Cannon would ever ask.
What do you think would be question number 1?
Question number 1 would be, realistically, I mean, jokingly, I would say it would be, so you want a beer? And realistically, it would be, are you an alien?
Whoa, you look really funny.
Do I?
No, I'm just saying. That's what Cannon would say.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So you think Cannon would be absolutely terrible at it and not take it seriously and not give a shit about it? Because that actually came.
Terrible.
I mean, that actually came off the question of, do aliens constantly give anal probes because they're trying to figure out why we smell so terrible down there?
Oh, they're like, something's rotting in their like back area.
Like, everything else on their body isn't too bad. I mean, the only areas that really have a lot of different smells is emanating from either their mouths, armpits, or their butthole regions. So let's go ahead.
maybe the aliens, they don't waste the way that we do. They don't like secrete anything. Maybe they don't even eat anything. But maybe they didn't even start anal probing. Maybe they just started like regular tests, like giving us what's that called when you hit the knee, and reflex tests and stuff.
I kind of like the idea that it's an anal test.
But then while we were sedated, like the first like 2 years they were doing experiments on us, they ended up, like, one of the experiments ended up shitting on themselves or something, and they were like, holy shit, what is this? And
this is what happens when they get excited. I'm not saying that I actually believe that people have actually been abducted and anal probed. I just thought it'd be interesting because all the different things you ever hear about is that people are getting abducted and they're always anal probed for whatever reason. They're always anal probed, and I don't actually see why that's always the case. Something about that situation, like, all right, we're about to go and get our asses invaded, and there's nothing we can do about it, so let's just kind of accept it and go with it.
Invaded. That's funny. Yeah, maybe it's, but that brings up. Oh shit! Now I lost it.
That brings up.
Wow, that's good pod. So.
Yeah, all right. So asses invaded, and that brings up.
Asses invaded.
They're always getting anal probed. That's the only part that they ever remember. Focus.
Yeah, I went on a whole other thing thinking about, well, maybe that's the way that people think about alien abductions. So whenever they like kind of have even if it is real and they can only remember fractions of it, I would imagine that their minds fill in that gap with things that they recognize as usual occurrences. So
okay, so what you're trying to say is that people actually associate the whole idea of alien abduction with anal probe. So the people that actually are getting anal probed, there might be a whole bunch of crazy bullshit going on, but they just go, I got probed. It doesn't matter what they did to me. They might have probed my mouth, they might have probed my ears, they might have probed this, but that wasn't nearly as bad as when they went and had their way with my anus over and over and over again because they're, gross and shit.
Right, and that might be the only thing that the media covers, because mainstream media wants you to think about your ass instead of thinking about your eyes or whatever. maybe they get optically probed sooner than they get anally probed, but they don't want you to worry about that.
All right, so then what would actually happen, though, is do you think that Cannon would get abducted, or they would come on down for first contact, and you would say, don't probe me, bro, or something like that?
Don't probe me, bro.
Don't probe me, bro.
Because we're making him sound like he's this white surfer from Orange County or something, but he's a very Americanized Asian petite boy.
I can see him saying, "Don't probe me, bro."
Don't probe me, bro.
Come on, bro. Don't probe me, bro.
Oh, wah 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 wah. Don't probe me, bro.
You know how you're trying to stick that thing in my butt? Don't put that in my butt. That doesn't go in my butt. I don't want that in my butt. Please don't put that in my butt.
I don't want.
He's like, how about this? Instead of probing, let's go play some golf. Whoever wins a golf or drinking competition has to get probed. We'll see what happens. He might make it like a competition to see who would win. Let's play blackjack for probes. I'll double down. Oh man, this is a good double down hand for probing goodness.
Loser gets probed.
And for some reason, he continually loses on purpose. I don't know why.
Winner does the probing.
Well, in that situation, everyone's a winner, right?
Yeah. Well, that's a pickup line of mine, actually.
And the only reason why I brought that up is because I said maybe to them, like methane or methane is like a form of currency because they just have such a huge.
Did you say methane?
I did say methane, but I meant methane. Methane, wow. Methane, fucking shut up.
Wow.
You know what? Fuck you.
Oh, I'll eat zombie flesh to that.
I'm just saying, methane is like a form of energy to them, or a form of currency to them. Maybe they're trying to harness.
That would be rad.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why they do the whole anal probe. They're like, these people just expunge and exude this awesome energy source.
I remember what I was gonna say, and it's disgusting. See, what if they're like examining other parts of the body, and when you are, I don't know who would know this information, but what if they're like examining, like giving orgasms to guys, and when you're unconscious or when you're under sedation, that you actually like are more inclined to shit or poop or fart or whatever, and then they're like doing other experiments on you, and then in the process of finishing, you mess you give a
You mess
you give a
yourself.
brown dragon to your pantaloons.
So you're saying
And
that because of the fact that you're sitting around, you're unconscious, and they're like, "Oh, let's go and let's find his pleasure centers so we can figure out how to dominate them via the pleasurable ways." Because apparently they
Right.
really don't like it when you punch them in the face and you pull out their tongues and you stop their hearts by going and using electricity. But what they do seem to go and actually they respond via pleasure for guys is sticking a rod up their asses, and then it's too much for our bodies to withhold. Like the actual fact that we're unconscious goes and brings us back to consciousness just because it's so awesome. Their tools, it's not like they're using a huge giant dildo on us. They're using some fucking alien bullcrap, and it's just doing some crazy shit to our nether regions and our assholes, right?
Right.
So I thought it might have been a form of currency, and you thought it might be a form of them trying to find the ultimate dildo and pleasure device so they can conquer us
And
via pleasure.
originally, they may have thought that us shitting was our like finishing.
So that's how we orgasm?
Yeah,
That's the ultimate
that's
orgasm?
messing with our pee-pee and we poo-poo.
So for those of us that go and take a dump every single day, we're essentially having the ultimate orgasm every single day. Whereas some people we know only take a dump like every couple of days or so, and they're kind of withholding it. They're like the priests of the whole dumping community, right?
Yeah, they're like
They practice
the
abstinence. They
They're
practice
tantric.
abstinence, and
Yeah, so when it does happen, it's really good.
where they just can't hold it any longer, and all of a sudden their assholes are just exploding with just a fury of passion. And the toilet just can barely withhold all the what is it you want to call it, the awesomeness and the tastefulness and the disease full of
That's a
badass
strong
shit.
argument.
I don't know.
And
I kind of ran out of my fucking words right there. I was trying to go
when
for
I
it.
was when I was introduced to women originally in grade school, I immediately thought the way that you were saying that aliens might feel, which is that maybe dominate them by their pleasure center. So I've spent years under
In grade school.
Under that tutelage.
In grade school, your main focus was to dominate the ladies via their pleasure centers, huh?
Yeah, well, some people learn quicker than others.
Now, do you still practice this idea on grade school people, or what?
700%.
You are a blue dot veteran, aren't you?
Almost all grade schoolers are dominated by their pleasure center.
Just their pleasure centers are quite a bit different than the pleasure centers that we have.
Yeah, I mean now, a late 20-year-old may be dominated by attractiveness and money.
Hold on, it's that time.
Oh,
hold on. Let's see if I can have.
Are you gonna start or am I gonna start?
I think I'll have to start this time because it's my turn. But here, let's see whether or not it's the same satisfaction for me. What are you doing over there? There's such loud noises. Hold on. Let's listen. Kind of sounded like a little queef right there. I really don't want to start.
Start. I'm gonna talk.
Okay. Go ahead. Wait. 1, 2, 3.
When underage people's, grade school people's pleasure center is like, when like late 20s pleasure center is money and attractiveness and good looks and being nice to somebody and making them feel good about themselves. Grade schoolers is like candy and, maybe a nice truck with blackout curtains.
Okay, so what you're trying to say is at that point, if an alien abducted a grade schooler, he would actually anal probe him with candy then.
Anal probe her. I like to think of all Earthlings as females, except for myself, of course.
Okay, go for it.
I think of you.
Wait,
as a
hold
female,
on.
Actually.
How dare you? I was just gonna say it's your turn to go and drink that shit. You haven't even opened it yet. Oh my god, you're wasting so much valuable time.
I want it to be sealed and
so much valuable time. Drink it.
Talk. I'm going
down it. So you think that as you progress in life, your pleasure centers adapt and change what with your surroundings and your requirements, your needs, and as being a little shit punk, all you care about is fucking candy for yourself and awesome, tasty, delicious Otter Pops. And as you get older, you just kind of focus a little bit more on the opposite sex and your anus.
For most people, yes. But
Okay, wait, hold on.
Drink.
Drinking now.
For most people, but for me, I would say that Otter Pops still hold the same pleasure, except
All right, go.
in a different rear area. Okay.
So wait, you're trying to say that even though you've grown older, you should be drinking right now. Even though you've grown older, you still find Otter Pops to be as pleasurable today as they were back in the day. Is that because they're kind of shaped like a long, spaghetti strand dildo, or what?
It's mostly because
Hold on. This
Okay.
is really fucking thick. And I'm talking about the beer and potentially anything that's outside my window right now that's trying to get in here via my mouth and anal muscles. Hold on. All right, go.
Their girth and their length are tantamount to success, yes. But I also like colors. The greens, the reds, the blues, even the whites.
The whites. What fucking Water Pop are you fucking eating? Holy shit! We call that
You've never
ice,
seen
buddy.
The whites?
We call that
they
ice,
might have been,
buddy.
like, coconut flavored or something.
That's ice, buddy.
It's just an ice stick.
Ah.
You should call yours that the ice stick.
Hey, baby, do you want a piece of my ice stick?
All right,
it's a bunch of flavor all wrapped up in one. Yeah, you go for it. I'm almost done. I might need 2 more. I think I'm only about a fourth left, but oh man, I feel really fucking full.
I guess that I just finished mine. So I guess that.
What are you trying to say? Are you trying to go and prove the point that you can actually drink more better than I can? You fucking asshole. Hold on. Hold on. I'm getting ready for it. I'm I'm taking the beer. I'm holding it out at arm's length.
You're working it out.
I'm seducing it with my eyes.
Rubbing your nipples.
I've been rubbing them this entire time. They've already known that there will be nipple rubbing to be had.
You talked them up beforehand because you knew rubbing was going to happen.
Look, my beer says black butt on it, okay? Black bouteille.
You're like a marathon runner. You make sure that you're all greased up beforehand.
Your talking makes it more difficult for me to drink. I don't know why. Something about your demeanor. Hold on. Okay.
Now I forget. Oh, the less filling thing. Like, I've seen beer ads that say less filling, and I'm thinking, why? First of all, a beer doesn't fill me up. Second of all, why would I want it less filling? It would be like telling you that you can eat food, but it'll feel like you ate less food. It doesn't make any sense. If I had a beer that could make me feel like I ate a 4-course meal, I would drink beer all the time.
I don't know. I generally never get that feeling where I'm fucking full, but that beer is fucking thick. It feels like I have... What? I never get that feeling.
It makes me think that you, at this point, would have wanted a beer that in the advertisement said less filling.
No. I need to man up. I need to learn how to go and take very, very fucking thick-ass beers and be able to handle them. But I generally take this beer and I drink it over like a 30-minute period, nonstop all night long. Never have I tried to drink 6 of these in an hour. Because it feels like the beer is actually sticking right up next to my goddamn throat.
I didn't realize that you wanted to step up like that. I would have done a similar thing. I guess I'm going to have to make up with it next week or something.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully. Potentially. It's not a big deal. I mean, one way or another, it was my mistake. I shouldn't have bought a fucking, stout? Doing a stout drinking is probably not a very good idea. I don't know. I think that I might have to just go and the rest of this entire situation, and I might just have to take 10 minutes to drink it rather than fucking down it. Otherwise, I don't think I'll be able to make it.
Yeah, you've thoroughly abused yourself with that choice. I was planning ahead, which is just making sure that I had something that I could, like we predetermined, go ahead and pound like that.
Okay, you can pound, and I'll do a little at a time.
Slowly. But then
Because
every
as
10
it currently
minutes, you're trying to
stands, I'm
finish one.
telling you, man, as it currently stands, um, yeah, I would not be surprised if trying to go and drink that next one by pounding it will make me fucking puke. I'm telling you that right now. And I'm not really prone to puking, but that's a lot of fucking bullshit. Whatever. I don't want to talk about that anymore. Anyways, the other question I had was,
I'll
hold on.
tell you this quickly before you have your question. Is the only reason why I have 11 in my chest and not 12 is because I really thought the 6 wasn't going to do the trick in the hour that we have. So I totally drank one beforehand. But based on my 30 minutes of cardio and then my tire incident, I actually feel like I burned that off a little bit. But I was trying to like hedge my bet. Like by the time I got here, that it would give me a little bit of an advantage. Like it would get me a little more to the place that you wanted us to be by the end of this podcast. And I'm not sure how successful I was in that.
All right, well, you need to drink more.
Yeah, well, I'm doing a pretty good job. I can feel it a little bit.
Hey, man, my cans, or your cans and my fucking bottles are not the exact same size. Yours is 8 ounces. Mine's 16 ounces.
What? So, you have 6-ounce bottles?
No, I have 16. I have bottles, you have cans. They're not the exact same size, dude. Mine contains more alcohol and more shit than yours does.
That's it. You are absolutely right. Okay.
So that means you're 2 beers behind.
So for 6, that means when we're done, I'm going to have to consume a whole other beer by the time we're done, right?
Nah, dude. For every 2 beers I drink, you need to drink 3.
That's 4. Oh, yeah. Here I go.
Let me double check that. Here, shotgun it. Shotgun that shit.
I'm not going to shotgun.
Shotgun that shit.
I think we have like 4 minutes until our next one. This is not going to be
okay. Wait. This is 12 fluid ounces, which means your cans is 8 fluid ounces.
My can is 12.
Your can is 12?
Yes.
Double check that. I think most cans are usually 8 fluid ounces.
Superior drinkability. 12 fluid ounces.
Really?
Bam.
All right, we'll drink it.
Are you 12 also?
It says 12 fluid ounces. 5.2% alcohol by volume.
You almost screwed me. I'm going to do it anyways. I already opened it.
See?
I'm going to drink one more beer than you did.
I'm okay with that.
Actually, it's going to end up being 2 more beers than you did because I did, unfortunately, sorry to our viewers and listeners, I did drink one before. We were planning on having the first one being right when we started, and that worked out pretty well.
It was fun.
But I was trying to... It
says 12. I'm surprised. I figured... I thought that bottles were more. Whatever. Drink it. Hurry up. Go.
Yeah, I'm...
Do it.
I'm tuna canning it right now.
Nice.
It has more... It has a wider area instead of having a longer area, which yours does. That's all.
Yes. So mine's more shaped like a dildo, and yours is more shaped like a tuna can.
Right, so if we shoved it up a woman, she would have the same amount of things in her, but it would just be a different shape of things.
The same volume, but mine would just be longer and deeper.
Yeah. Yours would penetrate more, and mine would be more filling.
And, yeah, you're more likely to make her scream. And she'd be like, why? Oh, God, I can feel it inside of my brain.
Yeah.
I feel like you're tearing me apart.
Yeah, I would make a screamer, and you would make a sore throat. That's the thing.
Oh.
There, you see what I'm saying?
But you would also cause her to bleed, probably to the point that she needs to get sewn up, and I would just cause her pleasure.
Yeah.
Nah.
Unless she had a shallow vagina.
And at that point, then I'll be like, I'll be digging a deeper hole. Press it against the back of that cervix, have my way with it, tickling it with the tip of my bottle.
Yeah, you'll be like an architect. You'll just be, expanding.
Expanding new horizons.
You'll be taking a look at the real estate, and then you'll be making improvements, expansions. I don't know about improvements. It depends, I suppose.
I guess it really depends on whether or not she wants to, I don't know, refurbish or possibly... Oh, what is that?
Son of a bitch.
What is going on? It's a fucking email. Fuck you, emails.
Oh, all right. I thought that was our 10-minute mark.
No, our 10-minute mark is at about 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Okay, good. That's good news.
That gives you 3 minutes to sober up. Okay,
So
so
so one of mine, I wrote down something that I thought, which is I did a very female thing just now.
oh, well, okay. Just now.
Now,
So you wrote this down a long time ago, but you just did a very female thing.
I wrote down that note about 5 hours ago, but it has a lot of connotations to it because when someone hears it, they'll be like, I think that everyone might associate that with something different. Okay, pay attention, listeners. Don't shoot me with that. Oh,
I was like,
I
I
just
have
got
this
shot
bow
with a bow and
forever.
arrow.
I've had that for a
Damn it.
long time.
You want to play?
No? Are you gonna ruin our
You
fucking
want,
studio?
you
Are
want
you
to
gonna
play?
are you gonna ruin
You
our
want to
studio?
play?
Are you really about to ruin our fucking studio? You spent a long time in this fucker. And remember, we also had to deal with Mikey, Mr. Wonky, destroying it as we're building it and fucking it up because he had a bad day.
I just got shot with a bow and arrow for those only audio listeners, and I'm holding what is tantamount to a block of TNT.
What happens if I shoot the TNT? Just the TNT. I'm aiming right at the TNT. I shoot it. Oh, it hit you.
Okay, wait. Do not hit me again because I will die.
How do you not? Dude, eat some real fucking food so you don't fucking die, asshole.
I'm naked, so you have a bunch of armor on, so you can afford to be hit. I'm naked.
That's why you hit me. It did no damage at all. Nothing at all. Okay.
I'm not. Well, I mean, I'm not literally naked.
I think you are.
Not wearing armor,
All right, we'll make it more
which I
even.
usually. There we go. You look so normal.
Thank you.
There we go. So I wrote that down because, okay, listeners, if you heard someone say, I did a very female, sorry, I think it's affecting me. I did a very female, I did a very female thing just now.
Ovulate?
Everyone's, yeah, see, everyone's response to that would be something different, which is, be irrational.
Is your dick bleeding or what?
Rub another girl's tits and she didn't call you a rapist. I think that's things that women do. It's like they can touch each other and it's okay.
Oh yeah,
Man.
they're just exploring.
I'd pay to have that power.
Yeah, well, there is. It's just called having money.
No, I'd pay to have that power.
Well, exactly. Having money, you could pay for that.
No, but for not a stripper though. For like a regular girl. For
Every girl has
for
her price.
Jane Paluski, I'm gonna touch her and she's not gonna call it like inappropriate. See, that's my dream. I'm a dreamer.
Oh, you know what? It's that time.
Oh shit. I have a whole extra beer now because you said that you have a 16-ounce bottle. I've never even heard of that, but I was going along with it.
Since when is a goddamn can the same? I don't know. I'd always thought that the can was less, from my understanding.
It's just more delicious out of the bottle. It is not more ounces.
I will ounce your face if you're not fucking careful.
Damn it. I mean, technically, I'm 2 beers. At the end of all this, I'll be 2 beers ahead of you. Do you want to
Shut
start?
up.
Do you
I don't want to
start
hear
or
about
me?
that. Give me a second. I'm still burping up all the fucking previous beer.
Okay, I'll hold it.
Maybe it's my problem of me just going and drinking it in such a fashion that it makes me so I have to. See, I don't feel that terrible right now. I think it's more along the lines of just I drank it super fast and then I had to burp a bunch. I'm like, oh, this is terrible.
It's carbonated. I mean,
Okay.
At this point, it's a little bit of a buzz, and it's the same as drinking a can of Coke really fast. It's that carbonation that I'll get to you.
Okay, 1 second. Hold on. Go for it. Talk about your vaginal and your differences and your touching girls' boobs and give me a second while I whack off and hold on. Go.
Well, honestly, I've spent 30 years talking about vages and whacking off and all that stuff, but
You came
in
out of the
this
vagina
case-
talking about fucking badges and whacking off and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean,